between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off from Ecklisher. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And that is going to be good for a Steelers first down.
16 yards.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
At the 23-yard line.
Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, and they go right back to it. A lot of space ahead. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And they're going to have first and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. A big hit down the right side. And that will set up first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone.
And that's exactly what they needed to begin this game. Touchdown, Steelers! Darnell Washington taking it in from 7 out. Chris Boswell for the point after. And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good work so far. He's got room. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Tua off the play fake. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. Brought to the ground finally after a gain of about 17 yards. And it's going to be first down Falcons.
It's a gain of 17.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
And he's going to go down. He's dropping with the 43. And that forces them back now into a 2nd and 15.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Inside the 25. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. So they'll decline this and take the result.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Dowdle now to return it. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Dowdle again. And the stop is made. First down coming up. It's a gain of 11. Nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if his ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On second down, Rodgers has a man downfield. This is Washington. And he gets home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darnell Washington. His second already in this opening quarter. Boswell to add the PAT. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark, because this one is up and through.
The score, Steelers 13, Falcons 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And he will not find the connection on the other end. An incompletion sets up second down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. Defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes, third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. Into the house he goes. It's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day. That's the end of our opening quarter. The Steelers have played to an early lead. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break.
Chris Boswell to kick off for
So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Complete left side to Robinson. Still has some space inside the 35. Touchdown, Atlanta!
Complete to Bijan Robinson.
I think he'll take his highlights however. He can get him on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
That one right down the middle. And that drops this lead down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Now here's Rodgers. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up second. Ooh, coming off a touchdown on their previous drive, you can almost feel the urgency up here, Brock. They want to add more.
Yeah, urgency and aggressiveness. Those are kind of the ingredients in the recipe for this offense, and certainly their success today.
Complete right side to Washington. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's Cox. He's got Washington. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. That's going to give the Steelers the first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Steelers first down.
Hand off for Dowdle, running right. Past midfield to the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Steelers have a first down.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers now on second down. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
They'll throw, third and long. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
On the move, headed right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
Yeah, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rodgers will look to throw. And this won't be Cox. The clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
And in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf capping an 11-play march to pay dirt. Boswell to have the PAT. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead is up to 12.
26. Falcons 14. Chris Boswell.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. The final throw before the break. Look at that power, deep left side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And they get to him and tackle him on the return. But will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. That's exactly what they did. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Finds his back. It's Robinson. He's going to be encouraged to that sideline. Gain of about 18. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Yeah, he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. I'll give him, it looks like about 7.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Rolling on second. Tua. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. And there's a couple for him today. Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Steelers are finally stopped on the return. They'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
Here's the give to Dowdle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darnell Washington. 3rd time that he has brought in a score this week. Boswell to add the PAT. Send right down the middle and good. And their lead now up to 19 points.
Steelers 33, Falcons 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Their own 34-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Tagovailoa now. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. They'll give him, it looks like, about 7. Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the 40.
You just get the playoff. Has him on the quick hitter. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that is good for an Atlanta first down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. To throw, Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the...
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Completed to his running back. Reading out of bounds here. Looks like he gained 4 before that. And it's going to be first down, Falcons.
First down, Atlanta.
Back to throw. Tua. Headed out right. Right side. Reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9. Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Tua looking to throw. Hits his running back. Getting there for the stop. We'll give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
From the red zone now. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up second down.
T.J. Watt on the coverage.
Here's Tua. Chased out to his right. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his second drop of the game. It brings up third down.
Okay, I would characterize this one as a clunker. I mean, just in every way, and especially here in the second half. This defense has just dominated this poor offense.
Finds his target, Robinson. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. The second of this game for him. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field. We know him before the game. But when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Falcons 20. Nick Folk to kick off.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. He's got the squiver. That's a good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. The motion at tight end left. First and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. On the ground again with Dowdle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third down run with Dowdle. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. It's what these D tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker. You got to shed him. And you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did. I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. That throw intended for Drake London. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Good coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Now to throw. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys
And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So positive notes at the very end in this loss. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game is effort with a capital E.
Here he goes, one final shot. And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take a win on the North Shore. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we...